The beer's complex, it's interesting, and you know, if you drink enough of them, you're going to have a surreal experience. You can't put that in.
That's a really good experience.
Hello and welcome to Liner Notes. I'm Sam and one of the co-founders of Signature Brew. We're all about making great beer to go with great music. Liner Notes is a series dedicated to our beers where we take you through all the ins and outs, the names, the designs, the flavours, the recipes, basically everything you need to know about our beers. Today we're looking at one of our core beers, Nightliner. Nightliner is probably the most specialist of our core beers. It combines two flavours we're massive fans of here at Signature Brew, obviously beer, but also coffee. And we combine these two together to make a really rich, dark coffee porter. So a Nightliner is another name for a tour bus, and it basically means that it's got, you know, bunk beds on there. Basically, it's a mythical place where bands spend their time travelling between gigs. So a lot of people at Signature Brew have spent time on tour buses and Nightliners over the years. We even hired our own one to take our mobile bar around all the different days of Slam Dunk, driving it around the country. And yeah, we had a great time, took the whole crew, and we basically were running a bar, operating like a band, which was super fun. I don't know what's so special about a big bus that you can sit and drink on, but one thing that's always found on tour buses is beer and coffee. So that's why it's called that. So porter itself, the style of porter was developed in the early 18th century in London, which is where we are, and uses traditional London waters very hard. And it's named after the river workers and porters who it's very popular with. So it's dark, and it's, you know, that's to do with the malts that were used. And yeah, it's a very traditional British style of beer. As the name suggests, coffee porter, we've added some coffee in there. So you get some natural coffee roasted flavours from porter anyway, but we've accentuated those by using a range of different coffees in there to bring it out. Lots of people know stout as a style of beer, and the history of porter and stout are intertwined. So stouts and porters, people argue it all forever, but porter is an older style, and then stouts became a stronger porter, and then that just kind of took on its own name later on down the road. So let's take a look at the beer itself. Get in the glass, open the can. So it goes without saying that it's one of the most visually striking of all of our beers. It pours really nicely, giving a nice creamy foamy head. It kind of basically looks, I'm doing this really badly. It looks kind of exactly how you might imagine it's going to look. So on the aroma, coffee is immediately apparent. You can pick it up straight away, and it's built into all through the layers of the beer. So big coffee flavours coming straight out of the can, straight out of the glass. Giving it a quick sip. Yeah, again, you're picking it up as well. Some forest fruits, some dark berry flavours kind of at play here too. Really well balanced, nicely roasted, flavours coming through. It basically kind of looks exactly how you imagine it to, and we didn't want to shy away from coffee as being part of the style, so we're really confident that the coffee's coming through all the way here. So when it comes to the ingredients, coffee is pretty high up the list, as you might imagine. We source all of our coffee from local roasters, and it gives us like a really complex and intense flavour. So we use a few different strains in there throughout the different stages of the brewing process. That gives us the really rounded characteristics that we were going for. So when it comes to malts, we've got quite a few different malts in here. So we've got Maris Otter Pale doing a lot of the groundwork here, but we've also got Crystal, 110, Munich, Oats, Chocolate, and Craft Special B. When it comes to hops, we were keeping it traditional. So it's just got Bramling Cross here just to kind of give it a little bit of bitterness and round it out a little bit, but obviously the flavours are predominantly coming from the malt and the coffee. So when you're kind of in this kind of surreal state, we thought that that would really translate well into a psychedelic kind of angle for the artwork. So Jimi Hendrix, Frank Zappa, Janis Joplin, Grateful Dead, that kind of vibe, those kind of gig posters and the artwork from those albums, those artists' albums kind of inspired the artwork here. So if you look at it, kind of there's a road and it's kind of a bit weird. There's like the moon and stars, and there's actually two moons on there, which you know, standard. So yeah, just to round it out, yeah, using that psychedelic artwork, we felt that that kind of wrapped it all together really nicely. The name, the style, everything kind of came together really well. So that's everything you need to know about Nightliner, and you can get it from our website and all good local craft beer shops. Thanks for watching Liner Notes, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers.